I'm Jason, the world is yours, and today we have a story about the FBI warns the public against using public USB charging points. The alert was sent out by the agency's Denver's district office. The FBI is warning the public against using public charging stations in malls and at airports, according to a tweet from the Bureau's Denver's office. The public charging stations could be a conduit for bad actors to introduce malware into personal devices, officials warn. Avoid using free charging stations in airports, hotels, or shopping centers. Oh my goodness. The FBI's Denver office said bad actors have figured out ways to use public USB ports to introduce malware and monitoring software into devices. Carry your own charger and USB cord and use an actual, oh wow, wow, and use, so hold on, use an actual outlet instead. Wow, this, okay, we're gonna have to come back to that. The FBI didn't respond to ABC News request for comment on whether there had been a rise in malicious activity related to cyber theft tactic, to this cyber theft tactic known as juice jacking. Let me see. Anything else? The tweets message that the public USB ports have been used by bad actors as points of origin to to load malware or spyware on electric devices connected to those public charging stations suggests a fairly high level of technical capability in order to carry out these operations. A 2021 alerted post by the Federal Communications Commission, the FCC, warned that using a public charger could lead to malicious software on a device without the user's knowledge. Cybersecurity experts have warned that criminals can load malware into public USB charging stations to maliciously access electric devices while they're being charged. The alert, initially posted around the holiday season, warned malware installed through a dirty, wow, that's what they describe it as, a dirty USB port can lock a device or export personal data and passwords directly to the perpetrator. Criminals can use the information to access online accounts or sell it to other bad actors. Wow. Okay. So this is kind of quick. The first thing the only thing I would say about this is here maybe we should rethink public charging stations. Does it seem like that, or is it, maybe update the system? But when they say this, bad actors have figured out ways to use public USB ports to introduce malware and monitoring software onto devices. Carry your own charger, your own USB cord, and use an electrical outlet instead. So, I mean, why would they even shouldn't they just shut them down? Am I wrong? Right? If they're saying, like, basically, if you use one of these charging stations, and instead of having your instead of using an electrical outlet or even your own charger, all you have is like a USB cord, and you connect this USB cord to the charger, to the charging station's outlet, which is what that would be. Why don't they just shut them down? Like, or is that too drastic of a move? I would say that. I mean, obviously, I would not be using any of these charging stations. I normally do carry my own charger and USB cord and use an electrical outlet. I'm not really too crazy about just using like a USB cord to charge my phone. I usually just use an electrical outlet and my own charger when I'm charging my phone. But let me know your opinion of this story. Do you kind of agree with me that, now the FBI, like, if you have this information, why don't they just shut down these public charging stations. Or maybe would the public be angry about that? Is that too drastic of a move? But I mean, if they're saying not to use them, why would they even be available? Am I, you know what I'm saying? Why don't they just shut them down and just say, hey, you gotta have, just open more outlets, right? I'm pretty sure sooner or later they'll figure out how to, juice the outlets. But at this moment, it seems like they're juicing the public charging stations. So my opinion about this story is that we should just shut them down. FBI should just shut them down, and just replace all the public charging stations with outlets. Just replace them. Don't even give us the option, right? Like, if you're warning people not to use them, just don't make them available, right? Am I? I don't know. But let me know your opinion of this story. When you go and charge your phone, have you tried one of these outlets? They're specifically saying in obviously like in malls and airports, obviously in airports, and where else? Just malls and airports. I guess other places as well. You can see the charging stations with the USB connection. I would just say they should just shut them down and just only offer outlets, charging stations. Like, it seemed like that would be the easiest way to deal with this story, instead of having them available, wanting the public not to use them, but literally still having them available with a USB cord charging. So I don't really know. Let me know your opinion of this story. I'm Jason. The world is yours. Today we had a story about the FBI is warning the public against using public USB charging ports. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the $1 donation button. And please tune in to the next video on this channel. Thanks a million for watching.